video is going to be about my journey breastfeeding with the first week. I didn't go much past that, so it's kind of a hard video for me to make. I was so excited because it felt like it was going so well. It was a lot different than when I had Jackson, and one reason is because I was using a nipple shield. The hospital provided me with some, but then I also ordered, this is a Medela one, and it was just a game changer for latching. And I was like so excited because I know all the health benefits now, whereas I didn't when I had Jackson. And I just was really set on breastfeeding. So at first it felt like everything was going right. I will say that she preferred my left boob over my right boob. And when I developed mastitis, it was in my right boob where it started. And they said that one of the reasons for developing mastitis can be not fully emptying during feeds, but also pumping, which I was pumping. And if you don't have the right size flange, these are what's called like a flange. I hope I'm saying that right. And when I was measured, so this is a 24, this pump literally comes with like a million sizes. But when I was measured, they said I was a 16, and this pump comes with like every size but that. It has 15, it has 17. So I was using a 17 and had ordered a 16, but by the time it arrived, I had already ended my breastfeeding journey. At Aurora's first doctor's appointment, that was the first time she had like one of those like episodes, I call them, where she was crying like non-stop, inconsolable for like 6 hours. And the doctor had mentioned that it might be an enzyme with me that I need to end up cutting out dairy. So she wanted to try having her do Similac sensitive just to see if the fussiness went away, which we did try. It did go away. It was pretty certain to me that I should probably cut out dairy because that might be contributing to what was going on. As I continued to pump, my nipples started becoming so, not just sore, but like cracked, bleeding, especially the right one. And when I would pump, my right one would literally be like drops, maybe like a drop a minute, it felt like. And that might be an exaggeration, but it was so much less than my left boob. There was a point when my left boob was 2 ounces and my right one was like barely anything, which should have been the first sign that something was going on. And I knew that it was probably a clogged duct, and they said not to use heat, to use cold on it. Like the recommendations had changed on that. I will just say that the struggles that I had with trying to recover from the C-section and navigating breastfeeding for the first time was so insane. And it felt like the breastfeeding aspect, whether pumping or breastfeeding, was taking up 98% of the time, which I commend everybody out there who breastfeeds. It is like a full-time job. It is so insane. And it's interesting because you can't really track how much the baby's getting, which is one thing I do like about using formula, is I'm able to see how much she's getting each feed. She also was eating a ton, and she still is. Like, she just eats a lot. And my milk did come in, I would say, not quite as fast as I was expecting. I would say day 3 or 4, which I know it's a little bit delayed when you have a C-section, but overall, like, I could go on and on about the benefits of breastfeeding because they far outweigh formula feeding. Like, I know that a lot of people say to console or comfort you, like, fed is best instead of breast is best, and it's not entirely true. Breast is best, and that's why it was so difficult for me to make the decision that I ultimately made, which I probably don't want to talk about in this one because I feel like the video would go on for like 45 minutes, but I'll do a separate one on my mastitis experience. And I know people still breastfeed with mastitis. I understand that. For me personally and for my mental health, I had to make the decision to stop. Like, it got to the point where there was so many things going on mentally, emotionally, physically, that I had to. And it was not an easy decision to make. It was hard. And it definitely has been more convenient and flexible since I have stopped. I will say I'm not as worried about like my diet. I know that I need to be taking care of myself and eating, but I'm not as worried about like keeping that up as much as I was when I was breastfeeding. I guess I would say more so that bottle feeding has been more beneficial for me, obviously, than her, because the best nutrition for her and for her immune system and just everything is breastfeeding. So, like I said, this video was difficult for me to make. I was so excited to have the breastfeeding journey and to do that with her. It's been something that's been difficult because I feel really guilty. I think it's important to take into consideration for those who do decide to stop or not breastfeed is we each know our limitations and like what we're capable of. I know that I did what was best, and I know that I truly did try my ultimate hardest to make this work. I had 3 different brands of breast pads, and I wanted to show you that this one is my absolute favorite. So, if you are looking for breast pad recommendations, I would go with this. It absolutely was the best, hands down. Like, I had the ones from the hospital. I had another pack I think I got from like Target or something. Aurora is just sleeping right now, and I'm gonna go check on her. I'm excited to keep doing videos and figuring out like what I want to do with my videos. And yeah, I've been recording her just growing, and I can't believe we're almost to 4 weeks. Like, that's insane. So anyway, yeah, I will see you guys soon. Bye.